Hi folks, Mr. Long here. I am recording a screencast right now to help you with the algebra of two-dimensional measurement. In this screencast, what we're going to look at, you can see where I'm moving the mouse cursor right now. It's going to be determining the length of sides in a triangle when the triangle side lengths have equations to describe them. Okay, the algebra skill that we're going to work on here is collecting like terms. Okay, there are 4 questions in this particular set of questions. We're going to work through number 2. So what I want to do is just come over to here. So here's the question. So we've got a triangle, and you can see right here there are 3 sides obviously to a triangle, and it's all about the perimeter. And the first side has the equation 7x plus 1, and the second side is 2x plus 20, and the third side is 10. The total perimeter for these 3 sides is 85. In other words, 7 times some number plus 1, and then if you add on 2 times that same number, unknown number, plus 20 more, plus 10 more, that will add up to 85. We just have to figure out what number that is. What is the number x that will result in that perimeter? So let's go over here and take a look at this question. Okay, let's take a look at this. So if we go over here and we look at this, we can see right here there's a triangle. And that triangle is 7x plus 1 on this side, 2x plus 20 on this side, and 10 on this side. Well, what's the perimeter? If I'm going to start right here, for example, and go all the way around that triangle, the outside, which is the perimeter, I've got to add that up. Side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Well, one of the ways you can add things algebraically, oh, by the way, stop, pause it at any point in time if you don't understand what's happening at all. So, by the way, what I've done here is here are the equations for side 1, side 2, and side 3, and I just made a little triangle and put those side 1, side 2, and side 3 on there. Okay, so perimeter is all the way around the outside, so I've got to add up the first side, second side, and the third side. All right, I've got to do that. The first side, second side, and the third side. So there's the first side, there's the second side, there's the third side. Can we add 7x and 1 to make 8x or 8? Right, and that's a common thing that students do. And the answer is that you can't, because you don't know what x is yet, right? X could be 1, x could be 2. So that means 7 times x could be 7 if x was 1. 7 times, if x was 2, 7 times 2 would be 14. 7 times 3 would be 21. So we can't possibly add 7x and 1 until we know what x is. Okay, we can't do that. So until we know what x is, we've got to keep our x terms and our what we call constant terms apart. So I can add 7x and I can add 2x, and that makes altogether 9x going all the way around the triangle. And then this has 1 constant, 20 constants, and 10 constants. 20 plus 10 is 30, plus 1 more is 31. And in the question it says, so that equation now would describe the perimeter of that triangle. That's the distance around the outside of the triangle. Now that would add up to 85. That's given in the question. Okay? So now we have this equation, we need to solve it for x. So what we've been doing in class is, what we've been working on in class is solving these with BEDMAS and inverse. So here's what we do. We start, I'm looking at this equation, 9x plus 31. BEDMAS is, if I had a number for x, what would I do to it? If I had a number for x, what would I do to it? So BEDMAS, I would be putting a number in for x. 1, 2, 3, 10, 100, a million, it could be anything. So 9, the first thing that gets done to that x, it gets multiplied by 9. So we show that as that dot, and 9 means the first thing I would do to x is multiply by 9. The second thing after getting that done would be to add 31. Right? Add 31. So that's if I had x and I was trying to get y. Now, the inverse of that is when you have x in the equation and you know what y is, right? We know y is 85 in this case. So now we have to do the inverse. So inverse means changing the operation and changing the order. So I'm going plus 31 to minus 31, and I'm going from multiply by 9 to divide by 9. Now, I've shown the calculation right here, but really you just need to use your calculator. You start with the number that's isolated over here, that's the y value, and you just do 85 minus 31, hit equals. 85 minus 31, 54. You have that answer 54, now you divide by 9, and you get 6, so x is worth 6. Now to get the side lengths, if we go back up, we can remember that our sides are 7x plus 1, 2x plus 20, and 10. So I'm going to do the 7x plus 1 side. So x is now worth 6. So I can substitute 6 into the formula for side 1, which is 7x plus 1. But x is now worth 6. 7 times 6 is 42. 42 plus 1 is 43. And you would do the same thing for the second side to get its side length as well. So what I would encourage you to do now is take a look at, go back and look at this question. Whoops, a daisy. Go back and look at this question and look at the specific one, question 2. Go over it, make sure you understand the solution. You might even go and do the solution yourself on your own, right, with this off so you know how to do it. And then you're going to do question 1, question 3, and question 4. And once you've done that, you're going to be prepared to be successful in solving this type of problem. Okay.